Hello, thank you for watching. This is Blue Streak TF here with Lego Transformers Air Crusher.
I changed the name to SkySmasher. Sorry about that.
Air Crusher is one of my first OC models that I've named, and I've actually decided to put out here on YouTube. So this is going to be part of the I can't remember what it's called now. It's like All-Spark Association of Lego Transformers builders, and they will routinely do different challenges or whatever that they make videos about. And so this one was to make a super robot. So, be like, kind of any way where a bot would combine with something or another bot or whatever to form a super robot. And that's what I've done here with SkySmasher. And so we have two components here. We have Spindle and Beef. The names are a little bit on the nose. They're the first names I've actually ever had to come up with for an OC. So yeah, hopefully they'll get better as time goes on. But we'll take a look at Spindle here first, because he's one of the main, he forms the head and upper body component of SkySmasher. So we can see here he's in a tank mode, which, it's definitely a little bit more of like a use your imagination sort of thing if you squint and tilt your head, because no tank is going to be hollow right in the middle. But yeah, he's a cute little tank, with these turrets, or with this turret on the front, or with these two cannons on the side, which can rotate up and down. And then yeah, he's just kind of this cute little tank. He is a triple changer, so he does have another alternate mode. So we'll get into that here. So first, what you're gonna want to do is fold out these side panels here, and then take this section, fold this out, and then you would come around here, rotate these around, and put it back on when it breaks off. So yeah, just rotate that around like so, and rotate these forward like that. Straighten these out a little bit. And there is Spindle in his jet mode, which I think is a pretty decent little jet mode. Kind of makes me think a little bit of movie 1 Megatron from the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. I mean, it's a little bit different. I did not build this inspired off of that at all, so I don't want anybody thinking that. I don't really like those movies. But yeah, so this is his little jet mode. He does have the cannon turret on the bottom. It's a little bit of an eyesore, but it gives something to look at, because this is just kind of a spindly little model, and that's where I got his name from. So we're going to transform him into robot mode. So what you're going to want to do first is fold up his head, which is in plain sight in jet mode. And then you're going to want to come here to these, fold those up like so. Take this, rotate it around this, rotate that around, fold these down, and then fold forward the feet. And then, as he's getting quite tall, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. or a lot bit, because it's better to see this way. And then you just kind of want to rotate these back out again, like so. Rotate and fold those down, just like that. And there is Spindle in his robot mode, where he is quite the epitome of his name. He is very spindly looking. Yeah. So, you know, his arms are folded from the tank treads and the jet wings, and his head kind of has a bug-eyed waspinator look to it. Not terribly crazy about that, so whatever. And you know, the side front protrusions of the jet mode, as well as the front end of the tank, end up as his legs. Then you got the tank turret just kind of sitting in the middle of his back, which looks kind of weird. I like to imagine Spindle as like this sort of introverted, sort of shy fellow who never really interacts with other robots. Articulation-wise, his head can look up, can look down to about there. His shoulders can rotate 360 degrees. They can go out to about there. He has an elbow bend. And then, you know, his legs can kick out to the side. They can kick forward. They can kick back. He has a knee joint, and his toes can pivot up and down. So he's a pretty poseable little guy. And then now we're going to take a look at, I think his name was Beef? Yes. I just named these guys 5 minutes ago, so yeah. Alright, so here's Beef. And he is he's a missile truck. So he's got these 2 big missile pods on his back. And he's a pretty chunky looking rig. You know, the big wide cockpit up front, and these massive missile launchers in the back. Yeah, he does roll pretty well-ish, sort of. That kind of runs into the ground a little bit, same with that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The missile pods can rotate up and down. And to transform this guy, what you want to do is you want to take these, extend them outward just to kind of get them out of the way for now. And then just want to come here and pull these sections outward carefully, hopefully. Please. Thank you. So we can do that. And then do the same on the other side. Like so. And then you take these and you just rotate them forward, and those will form his big chunky feet. Then you want to take these pieces and rotate them back, like so. And then these sections will rotate down like that to form massive shoulder pads. And you just want to take his arms and fold them down like so. And there is Beef in his robot mode, where he's again the epitome of his name, which I named him like 10 minutes ago by now. So here he is next to Spindle, his introverted little buddy, who's taller than he is. Yeah, if Spindle's an introvert, then Beef here is very much not, forcing his friend into uncomfortable situations to make him crawl out of his little shell. Always means well, though. Kind of has a yellow monocle like Shockwave. yeah, he's this chubby little guy. Which is, it's kind of interesting. Missile pods form his shoulders, and the front of the vehicle, you know, forms his feet. Yada yada, whatever. Articulation-wise, his head is pretty static. His shoulders can rotate all the way around. He does have a butterfly joint, and then his arms can go out on either that joint or on this joint. Then he kind of has a inward elbow bend like that. His legs can kick forward. They can kick back about there, and then his toes pivot up and down. All right, now that we have Spindle and Beef looked at separately, it's time to put them together to SkySmasher. So first, what we're gonna wanna do is we're just gonna take Beef here, and we're just gonna fold his feet down like so. And then I'm gonna wanna take this and extend it out. And then push these out like so. Like that. Rotate down. Fold that forward. Like so. And then now we're ready, or he's ready to combine with Spindle, who we're gonna take here. We're just gonna tuck his head in and then fold his body in half like that. And we're gonna come up here, fold the arms out, take his legs and rotate them up like so, and then fold his feet in, put those onto his back, take that and fold it forward. So we can take this here and rotate it back, rotate the wing to about there, and then just do this on this side as well, like that, fold that up. And then where you're gonna come here now is take this and rotate this around, and pieces will come off. You'll put the pieces back on, you'll put the head back on. Yes, this is the combined mode head in case you haven't figured it out already. So now what this will do is this will you'll rotate up these sections here. Those will form like antenna, like that. That's not the line that's gonna bug me. All right, and then yeah, you just fold these flat against his back like that, and then now you're ready to combine him with Beef. So you're just gonna come here and take this, peg that in like so, and then just fold that, man, get these out of the way a little bit there. So just fold that down a little bit. So you can take this, fold that up, collapse this in against his side, like so. Oh man, this is not working very well. There we go. And there, just fold that up. All right. There is SkySmasher in his combined mode, where I think he looks very, very cool. In my opinion, your opinions may vary. I know the colors are weird. I did not have the proper pieces to build him a good color scheme. But kind of what I tried to do is have a gray and red thing going on. But anyway, aside from these wheels right here, I think he looks pretty cool. You know, he's got these wings on his back. You know, it and a really nice head actually. This is one of the best. This is one of the best heads I've built for a Lego Transformer. So this is actually get for Lego Transformer. So Yeah. Although with these wheels, I like to imagine that they're like hip guns, kind of like on Fortress Maximus, and that makes them a little bit more palatable. Yeah, articulation-wise, his head can look up, can't really look down, doesn't have any rotation, unfortunately. His shoulders can rotate all the way around. They can, if you bring that out, they can sort of go out, but not really. So, yeah, they're just kind of stuck there. No, don't fall off, please. Not while I'm filming. Bah humbug. Okay, and then, you know, he has a bicep swivel, and then a elbow bend, and then a little bit of a wristy type elbow bend, I guess. He can sort of have a backwards ab crunch, but his shoulders don't follow. So his legs can kick forward, then kick back. Then he has knee bend, nothing at the feet. Yeah, that is SkySmasher. So yeah, I mean, I know it's not a perfect model, whatever. It's kind of the first time I've really done anything like this, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, just remember, Jesus loves you. You know, it doesn't matter how good or bad your models are, like mine. Bad, like mine, I mean. He still loves you. And, you know, that's just what I'm trying to share, is the love of Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.